Hello, my name is Rich Howard, owner of Architectural Builder Supply, and this video is to bring you a closer look at the Rockwood number 70A-619. This is a push plate is what it is. Let's take a closer look at it. Now, the 70A conspires to mean a couple of things. The 70 is the series of plate from Rockwood. That means that this plate is 50 thousandths of an inch thick. The 70 series is the same thickness as their kick plate series. Yeah, my caliper is telling me 0.047, but it's 50 thousandths. 0.050 is how they sell this. Same thickness as a standard kick plate. The 70 is also going to be representative of square corners. You can change or amend the part number to get a radiused corner, or a round corner, or a radiused top. You can have that as well. The A in the part number tells us the size. It's 3 by 12 is what this plate is. 3 by 12. Okay. It has holes for fasteners. Screws are included in a complementary finish. They look like about a number 6 by 3/4 oval head screws. This is a 619 finish. That means a couple of things as well. It means that it is a satin nickel finish over a solid brass base material, is what this is. There is a link, and that's just obviously the peel-away protective film on the face of the material. There is a link below this video to a document called Ordering Info, which really only refers to any preparation or any modification that you need to the plate done. Engraving or a hole for a cylinder or some sort of hardware to pass through it, a thumb turn, whatever you might be doing. That Ordering Info sheet shows you the plates with pulls applied. So if you wanted a pull, the convention of your part number would be Rockwood pull number by 70A by whatever modifications, fastener type, finish type, handing when necessary. Could certainly be a handed product, assuming things are going to be off center naturally. But if you had a push and pull and you were putting you needed to pass a cylinder or a mortise thumb turn through this, yeah, we'd have to prep a hole in it. And Rockwood could do that. And that sheet gives you an idea of how to go about telling them what to be looking at. What Rockwood needs to know is what I'm trying to say. There's also a link to the product brochure, which is very handy because it will allow you to review the 70 series. You can see how the part number changes as the size changes. Now, the most common size in that chart is probably going to be 4 by 16. 3.5, 15 is probably the second most common. 3 by 12 is used when you have very narrow door styles. This client in particular has 2 sets of double-acting doors, one to a dining area, then the other double-acting door, traditional bomber double-acting floor pivots, separating the kitchen prep area from the rest of the house. And they are panel design, and they really only have like 4-inch styles. So, a nice size for that would indeed be a 3-inch wide plate. When it comes to utilitarian push plates, I think a better size ultimately would be 6 by 16 because on a 4 by 16, the plate doesn't really cover enough door in order for your hand to not wear on the finish of the door itself. Even 8 by 16 is not unheard of. They have a 4 by 20 that's listed. There's also a 4 by 24 in the site as well, or it might be 3 3/4 by 24. The point of that is Rockwood can make any size you want. They all but encourage that. 3-inch might be perfect for you, but you might have 9-foot doors. Well, you might say to yourself, well, 12 is great, but I think it should really be 18-inch. No problem. They'd love to do it. Reach out to us and we'll quote that for you. The hardware does need to be, in proportion to the door size. These are 6/8 doors, so a 12-inch is going to be fine. You could have gone with, a 16-inch, 3 by 16, sure. It's a balancing act of the hardware performing the function that it's intended to, but not, of course, overwhelming the aesthetic of the door so as to draw attention away from the door itself to the hardware. Hardware is to be, as disguised as best as possible, but accentuate the door, but still be functional. There are details on this material. This material can be made of aluminum, brass, or bronze, or stainless steel, depending on the finish that you want. That will dictate the base material used. If you're doing satin nickel, that's going to be brass. If you wanted clear anodized or dark bronze anodized, that would be aluminum naturally. If you wanted a micro shield, antimicrobial coating, that would go over typically a type 316 stainless steel. It can be done on 304 stainless as well, the standard grade of stainless. Lots of finishes, everything that can be done. Powder coating can be done, and they're going to powder coat over stainless steel in that event. It does include those fasteners that I had called out earlier. This will feature 4 beveled edges. Each edge on this plate will have a very slight bevel to it. You can see it if you kind of just draw your attention to the change in color. If they didn't bevel the edge, that would not be a comfortable proposition, what I was doing right now. So beveling the edge will always be the case on plates because hands touch it, and if it's not, then your flat goods manufacturer made it wrong, and you know who I'm talking about, Mr. So-and-so. Had somebody make some plates for me one time, didn't bevel the edges and didn't finish the edges as well. You could see, and they were, I don't recall, they may have been oil rub bronze, and it was just bronze, finish on the edge. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was, I believe it was satin nickel, in fact, and you could just glaringly see the brass. The edges need to be properly finished, and a professional manufacturer like Rockwood's going to do that. You can do this self-adhesive, where there's no holes for screws. There are no screws. It's just peel away tape, and you push it on the door with self-adhesive. They can do security screws, such as Torx screws. They can do self-drilling screws as well, and then available in preparations for cylinders. The other 2 plate designs I mentioned earlier with the round or radiused ends are listed there as well. Rockwood can also do this in a 125 thousandths thick version, so be mindful of that. If you wanted a plate substantially thicker than this, they can accommodate. You will indeed see those in public projects like libraries, where you'll see more pronounced, more handsome, more robust, more architecturally spectacular hardware you'll see in projects like that. Now, finally, there is a link to the manufacturer's page below this video, where you can pull up not only all of the Rockwood products that we sell, but also a link to the manufacturer's website, as well as a link to the full product catalog. Any questions on the Rockwood number 70A in a 619 finish, or any other Rockwood product, please feel free to reach out to us. And thank you.